Hello and welcome to Tuesday Tidbit. Today's Tuesday Tidbit is, can I qualify for a mortgage if I'm starting a new job? So the answer is very likely yes. It really depends on the terms of that new job. So a lender can close with a signed job offer letter so long as, and there's a few criteria here that are important, so long as that new job is a full-time hourly or salary position. And if it's hourly, your hours really need to be clearly defined. Hey, yes, it's hourly. I'm making this much per hour. I'm guaranteed 40 hours a week. That way, a lender knows how to calculate your income. So, full time salary or hourly, but the hours must be full time and they must be spelled out. There also can't be any contingencies within that job offer letter. What's a contingency? Oh, hey, you have to pass a background check, or you have to pass a drug test, or we have to check your references, or you have to have your licensing transferred over. Any of those criteria that might make that job offer no longer valid must be completed prior to closing. And then, this is another important piece, the job must start within 3 months of closing on the new property. So if you're closing on a new property January 1st, that new job has to start within 3 months of that date. So job has to start within 3 months, has to be a full-time salaried or a full-time hourly position. There can't be any conditions within that job offer letter, and it must be a signed job offer letter. So long as a lender has a job offer letter with that criteria all met, a lender can use that income to help you qualify. Also worth noting, a lender might need to see some additional what they call reserves. Reserves are funds left over after closing, and they're likely going to require some additional reserves to cover the difference between when you're starting on the job and when you're going to start to actually receive paychecks from that new job. So they're probably going to likely require additional funds left over after closing to kind of cover that gap. And then often they'll actually require an additional month of bump and beyond that. So if it's 3 full months before your new job starts, very common that they might want to see 4 months worth of your living expenses and debt expenses saved up to cover that gap. Hope that helps. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.